Good morning everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. I say morning, it's afternoon. So hi, welcome everybody, new and old alike. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing good, thank you. So I came on with the intention of sewing in the signature today for the new journal. So this is following on from yesterday's video. So rather than me explain all about what these are, if you didn't see yesterday's video, it might, that might be a good place to start, or you can just run with it. But I might be about to confuse you. Okay, so yeah, the sun is shining beautiful this afternoon through the window. It was a thick frost ice this morning, so yeah, typical winter's day, enjoying the sunshine. So yes, I was about to sew the signature in, so I've got them all cut. You'll notice they're quite slim pages, which is to do with my printing, the way I've printed them, or the only way I could print them really is sometimes my printer will print borderless and sometimes it won't. It will say there's something that's overriding it, something clashing or whatever. And although I'm trying to learn how to do it, it seems to be there's very much a difference between whether I get a PDF file or a JPEG file, or which way the files arrive on my computer. And they're all very different. So some of them will print really big and borderless and others not so, which is fine when I'm just doing one, but I've got three here and they haven't all printed the same. So I had to go with the slimmest one, which was the latest one, the Daisy one, which, by the way, isn't that just gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. It's true, every one I get is my favourite. So I started out saying how beautiful the blues, I was having a moment where the blues were what I wanted. Yeah, and then February came and it was owls, and of course I love an owl, as you know. I love lots of things, but owls are amongst them. So yeah, I was thinking perhaps that was going to be my favourite of all year. But then daisies came. Now I don't know if you remember, if you've been with me that long, but Nanine did something with daisies in, I think it was in the fall, I might be wrong. And I just went gaga for them. I absolutely love the daisies. So did a lot of you guys. So she's brought the daisies back. So of course this is my favourite now. So I thought, right, fair enough, she's surpassed herself. Now I've just printed April's off and it is amazing. It's butterflies, and let me tell you, it's bright and it's beautiful, and it's, so we're going to go, I'm sure we're going to go through the months, if Nanine can keep it up, with each one being, taking your breath away, just thinking she can't do any better. So enough gushing. Pop on and have a look for yourself if you don't believe me. So I've got them all trimmed and ready to go, because I said today I would come on and sew the signature on. But of course I was going off half-cocked, which is just like me at times, isn't it? Because I spent all the time doing this, which we did yesterday. I'm really pleased with it. Love that little chipmunk on the front. I did, like I said I would, after I'd finished filming, put the Edith Morris I was going to say, now there's a hybrid for you. Of course the book's Edith Holden. Come on then, Morris. It will not, William, there we go, William Morris paper on the back, and of course you saw the inside that we did together yesterday. But what I never did was offer the signatures up to the book, and although width wise they will be absolutely fine, they're just really short in the book. And I've sat here and ummed and ahed for a good half an hour or more thinking, well, I could put something down the side, I could put other pages amongst them and make them wider. Just thoroughly disappointed with myself that I didn't check the sizes. And in the end, the decision I've made is to make a new cover for this, because this is the one that I want to journal in, while I'm convalescing, as it were. So that's what I'm going to do. That doesn't mean this is going to be wasted, and this will still be my journal too. But I think what I'm going to have to do with this is make an entirely different set of signatures to go in it, and with full-size papers, so with A5 papers inside, which is, what size is A5 now? That is a good question. It's half an A4, that much I know. So let's see if I've got an A4 paper to hand. I must have an A4 paper somewhere. Yeah, I've got one of these kit pages. Yeah, so can you see how much border that the printer has left me there, which is exactly what I wanted to avoid when I got this new printer. So yeah, still working on that one. Yeah, that's what it needs. It needs full A5 pages in there because it's still plenty big enough there, isn't it? Yep, so that's what I'll do. I will create pages for this and I will make it into a journal and I will show you. But the one that I want to make now, because I need this. I might have them both done actually by the time I'm going in for my operation, but we'll see. So I'm going to sit, and I've started a little bit but nothing much, create a journal cover for this so I can get them sewn in. So I just had a quick dig around and I came up with an envelope, an old ratty-tatty envelope that I had sitting on the side that was waiting to be used, and a piece of Amazon packaging. And I've cut it to the same, well, I've cut this slightly smaller so it'll go inside, and I have done the 1-inch spine again. Yep, so I've put it in and folded it. You can see I put it in and then I did it on the scoreboard. I hope you can see. I wonder if you need to be a bit smaller, a bit higher up. I'll have a look in a minute. Yep, so all I did was put that in there and then scored a 1-inch spine on the big scoreboard that takes all the room up. Yeah, so that is going to be much better a size. So I think what I will do is, just to stop that, I don't think it will move about, but just to make sure, I'm just going to quickly stick some collal glue on this Amazon packaging, just here and there. It doesn't matter if it goes through, because I think I'm going to have to cover it with well, I want to keep whoops, Denise, you haven't got anything on your table and you're spreading it everywhere. I want to keep the William Morris on the inside, so I have pulled another page out of the journal to put on the inside. Yeah, so I think I'll just cover the outside with some fabric. I have got another creature to put on the front, a squirrel that I've had a long time. I'm sure you've seen him. I'll show you him in a minute. Because when I've done this, I'm going to have to stop and dig out some fabric, because I did literally sit down here ready to sew those signatures in with you. Well, that isn't happening, is it? And then I thought, now shall I just quickly get some signatures together to sew into that book, or shall I get a journal cover made so you can see these ones? But this is the one that I want to finish. This is the one that I definitely want done, and not, oh no, ran out of time. So I decided to go this route. So I'll just fasten that down for a little bit of, ooh, that's it, stuck my finger in the glue now. That didn't take long, did it? Okay, so, and it's as easy as that, just to create yourself a base to make a journal cover. So what did I do with those two pieces of paper? I've only cut them up because I had the big scorer thing out, but I haven't trimmed them or anything, because again it was a 12 by 12 sheet. Yeah, so I'm thinking they will, with a strip of oh, where's the, yeah, I really need to mark that, don't I? Yeah, with a strip of fabric up the inside. Let's just try and mark that spine. Yeah, so it'll be a soft cover. It is only the strength of that that Amazon packaging. I don't need to do it there, really. So it won't be a thick spine, but like I say, it's for me. It hasn't got to survive the post, which is one good thing. I'm sure these journals don't have to get a battering going through the post. Yeah. Now I won't know if it's thick enough, because obviously if I'm putting fabric on the outside, I don't want too thick a piece there, so I might have to back this before I put it onto some card and then sew it round, but I'll see. I'm just going to stop the camera, have a dig through some material, and I'll be back in a millisecond. Okay, I'm back. I found something. So pleased I started to tidy out my material, or that would have been a nightmare. Yeah, so I didn't spend too long looking. I just went for a nice cotton. Is that the outside yet? So I'm just going to, like I normally do, very quickly Now, Fabri-Tac, got a bit but not a lot. It's on its way. It's supposed to be here in the next 2 hours, so yeah, probably need to be listening for the door as well, to be fair. So yeah, I'm going to do what I normally do when I cover a book using, I really can't see the screen, I so hope you can see. The sun is, I've got one of these, can you see that sun there? I've got one of those right across my camera as well. So I'm hoping, yes, Denise might need the spreader because it's very thin cotton, so it will show through if I get a massive blob of it. So about there somewhere we're going, aren't we? Try and get it straight, but it doesn't matter too much if it's not. So yeah, I am going to sew round it just to make it neat. Come on, shouldn't have turned it up again, should I? When you turn it up the right way, how quickly does it drop back down to the bottom? A lot quicker, I'm sure, than it comes to the top when you turn it round, I'm sure. Or is it just me? I'm always saying, is it just me? It can't just be me all the time. Yeah, I haven't put a lot on there, just really to stop it moving about on the cotton once it's sewn by the edge, so it didn't need a lot. Yeah, it's pretty, I like it. And then we'll do the same here then. So, crafting on the hoof yet again. Yeah, I'm pleased I said I would film it actually, because it's making me get on now. Normally, if that was me making something and I wasn't sharing it with you, I'd be in the front room now, having a cup of tea and licking my wounds for 20 minutes before I came back. But because I said I'd do it with you, and obviously the time frame for hospital, I'm sorry if you're sick of hearing about it, I'm sick of talking about it, to be fair. So yeah, I'm rushing it, so I want to try and make sure I'm not making a not very good job of it, as it were. I'm thinking I would like, how attached to you am I? Hang on. I'm quite attached. I'd like some masking tape up the middle. Oh, that's me just trying to get in my drawer. Right. Is this a thick stuff or thin stuff? I don't know. It'll do. It's masking tape, isn't it? Yeah, just to, oops, give it a bit more strength where the signature's going in. Just before I turn that fabric over. No, everything I'm doing before I move to Mum's and get ready for the signature, I'm thinking, it's going to be a long time before I can do this again. It's going to be a long time. I'm depressing myself a little bit, truth be told. I'm really going to miss sitting at the desk and crafting. I'm really dreading it. Now, obviously when I'm in the throes of it, I'm hoping it will just be a case of, yeah, I'm not very well, so I'm not interested, but yeah, it's going to be real torture if I am wanting to craft, and it's just that, you know, I can't sit up at the table. Obviously I can sit up, but other than pain, my biggest disability, you know, when it's first done, well, for a good while actually, is that the swelling is absolutely crazy. You can barely bend your knee. They want you to, and they're always telling you to and making you. It feels like the impossible, because your knee is just so swollen. So, you know, sitting on a hard chair is purgatory, and especially sitting up, you know, with your leg down. Or it was. I can only tell you what it was like, but I can't see how the swelling will be better. You know, I might have a better surgeon and be in a better hospital and have better care. Know more what's happening, but I can't see, you know, things like the swelling being any different. Okay, so that's my 4 corners turned down. I hope you can see everything. I don't really want to stop the camera again and set it up. Where shall we go? Shall we go across the middle next? Yeah. So again, oh, leaky glue, look, all I'm doing is a little bit, I'm not putting a lot down, and it is, you know, quite thin cotton this, so it shouldn't need a lot anyway. I'm just adhering it. I had trouble getting my teeth around that. I had to take a big breath to say it. Yeah, I'm just adhering it, that's it, to hold it in place while I sew it. Why are you baggy there? Don't be baggy there. Maybe it's because there's no glue, so you're just coming back up. Yes, I tipped you up again, I know. You know that saying, it's like watching paint dry. That's what waiting for Fabri-Tac to come down the bottle feels like. Waiting for paint to dry. Right, I think that's enough. Yes, don't you drip on there. It'll drip when I don't want it to, but it won't come out when I squeeze it. Ugh, got thread stuck to my bottle now. Shall leave it on there, shall I? Won't matter if it drips on there, will it? Yep, so I'm trying to pull it as taut as I can now. Before I stick it into that. Oop, try and do that there, that's where you wanted. Actually, I could do with some here. There you go. Let's have my glue spreader in. Oops. Instead of my fingers. I mean, I've got it on my fingers anyway, but I'd have an awful lot more on them, I'm thinking. Yeah, it's lovely. No, don't do that. Don't turn it that way. The thing is, I want to sew it. I want to turn the camera off so it can come straight back to you, but I need this glue to dry, don't I? To be fair, otherwise I'm going to wreck my sewing machine. Yeah, it might be a cup of tea job while I'm waiting for this to dry a little bit. How frustrating. It shouldn't take too long, but obviously, we're going to stop you when I've done then. Got threads and everything on it. It's a good job, isn't it, that there's a new one literally down the road somewhere. Stick my needle in it and let some air through. Oh my goodness. Come on. Has that stopped you? No, it hasn't. I'm going to have to unscrew it. There, did you hear that? There was an air bubble right down there. I really don't want to stick you on here, but there you go. Are you going to stop now, or have I set you off again? I don't know. Now I've got it all over my fingers. Right, positives. Let's try again. We're looking for positives. So, yeah, I'm going to have one spare journal cover, at least, or I will have one extra journal that I didn't know I was making. Just going to leave that off. Okay, so yeah, I'm thinking I'll do what I normally do and put some card in there. Is it going to be big enough? I think what I need to do is cut it in half. Oh, that's tough to fold. Yeah, I've decided I want to strengthen the inside a little bit. Yeah, so it'll go on there and not on the spine by the looks of it. So do I want some fabric up the spine? I've got some of that here. That might be a good idea, might it? Does it matter if it goes a different way? I don't think so. I don't think it will. Oh. Actually, I think that's the right way. So I'm thinking that there, and then that here, and then right, now this isn't going to be stitched, so good job I didn't tip that up, isn't it? Took the lid off. Yeah, so we're going to need a fair amount of fabric. Good luck. I'm just wondering if I should have put a bit more, sorry I'm whispering, aren't I? A bit more of a spine in there. Now I have got a piece cut, haven't I? Too tight. Oh, and you're gloopy now, aren't you? Let's see if I'm going to make a right mess of my scissors. You know what I'll be doing while I'm waiting for it to dry. Eee. A bit of that in there. It's still too big. No. No, you're just right. Don't move. You're too long though. Better. Well, we're certainly making it up as we go along now, aren't we? Come on. So that is just shy of an inch, that spine. So my 3 signatures are definitely going to fill this, aren't they? They are. Well, all this fabric will give it a bit of extra strength as well, all round. I just need it up here and stood it up again like a fool. You can see how that sun's sneaking its way around the blind. I've got one window next to it as well. There's just one window without a blind. I don't know what happened to it. It was gone before I arrived. No doubt it was boys having parties. At a guess. I might be wrong. Normally it doesn't bother me because I'm not very often filming at this time. Well, yeah, filming at this time in the afternoon. I am often sat here, but yeah, on top of that it's very sunny, which just recently it hasn't been at this time. Well, any time in an afternoon. Come on, I know I shut you again. I never learn. Okay, let's see if we've got it now. It's bound to be something that I forget to do because, yeah, I'm rushing at it. Yeah, and that's going to be stuck in there with those. I've still got my spine clearance there. I might need a bit more off those, I think. Let's just see where my spine is. Move that across. It's not cut very straight. That might help if it was straight. Don't know if that's any better, but it can't be any worse. Yeah, just to give it that little bit of extra strength again. In there. And this one the same. Try and straighten it up a little, if not a lot. Sorry if that was right up in your face. Yeah, I'm rushing it too much and these are coming apart now. They're not very square corners, missus. Nearly called myself by my last name then. obviously what I want to cover it is with this, and I don't know now if it even turned it around. Don't know if I put that piece on upside down or it matters, or whether to just mat it with that when it's stitched on. I don't want to press it on because of the glue. I suppose I could mat it now and just stitch through it. Yeah, I'm not convinced about the colour, to be fair. I think I'll stitch it as it is. What threads there? Yeah, I'll stitch it out as, and then I'll come back to you with a decision about the middle. I don't dislike those actually, they're off that. But I'll trim them a little. I'm sure they'll come back. Okay, so I'll see you, like I say, very, very soon. Hello, Denise here, back again. Frustrated, very frustrated. I've been sat here for at least half an hour talking to you, showing you what I've been doing, how to sew the signature in. Just looked up, glanced up at the camera, completely blank. Okay, so it's not been filming me. I do not know what's up with it. But, you know, when things go wrong, everything goes wrong, doesn't it? So, guys, I'm going to have to try and give you a recap, but you can probably see that I'm right in the middle of sewing in the second signature. How frustrating. So I am going to have to just finish this, putting my needle through this bit before I actually explain to you what I've done. So frustrating. It was a good video, really. Yeah, a good part of the video. I was showing you very much. Lots of stuff. So, I don't even know where all the things have gone. Okay, quick run through what we've done together then. So, I came back and showed you the stitched journal cover. I showed you the squirrel that I've put onto a piece of craft card that is going to be the topper. It's going on there. And then I decided last minute that I wanted to sew round him as well. He's only going to be stuck on fabric tacked on anyway, so I was going to pop him on at the end, but I'm not going to. I'm going to sew him first. So you will see him in another video stitched on, just to see him finished, but he won't look much different to that. Maybe with a tie round it. And then I was showing you how I made the holes in the spine. Oh, I showed you the beautiful paper that I'd chosen, so Stamperia paper I decided to put on the inside. I'm really happy with it, the green. And then I showed you about the spine. So I had the piece of white paper in the spine, if you remember, the exact same size as the spine, 1 inch wide. And what I did was I folded that paper in half and inked the middle line, so that I've got the very centre there. I then put it up against my ruler and I marked 3 centimetres, did the same, folded it over and inked it so you can see it, and I turned it around and did the same on the other side, folded it at 3 centimetres and inked it. I then folded the whole paper in half lengthways and inked down that middle piece there, just so that you can see the line. More so doing it on camera, but you know, it's a good place to see the line. I then folded it in half again, so we've got sort of quarters now, and went down that one that was showing. Yeah, I opened it up and then there was just one crease that wasn't inked, which was this one. I folded that one over while I could still see the crease and I inked it. So that's your template for sewing in your signatures when you've got 3, when you've got more than one. You then need to find out which one you're going to use as the top and keep it to the top. So even though I've come 3 in and 3 in, I may have come, you know, 2 and 9 millimeters or 3 and 1 millimeter. So your top needs to stay at the top all the time, and then when you're using this as a template, everything's exact. Luckily I've got one of these that isn't in now. I then laid that on my spine that you can't see now because I've got signatures in, and on top of a book. And then with the awl, where every line intersected, I poked a hole. Yeah, so the middle one, so that will be for the middle front signature, the middle of the front signature, the middle of the middle signature, and the middle of the back signature. Yeah, so the top of the back signature, the middle of the middle signature, and the front of the middle. Yeah, I'm making myself crazy, but you know what I mean. Okay, so we've got those holes, 3, 6, 9 holes, exactly the same as that on there, the right way up. Yep, so I gouged them out with my awl. I then opened this, well, I opened them all at the middle, and I measured the signature and found the very middle and put a dot. I did it in blue, luckily, so you could see. Normally I would do it in pencil, so it could either be rubbed out or it would just disappear on its own. Yep, so I found the middle, and then making sure your T for top is at the top, just fold it over and you use the middle. You put that middle dot against your middle line, and then you put another dot where your top line is and another dot where your bottom line is, and you do that on all 3 signatures. And then, where's my awl gone? I've been doing these one at a time, but I'll do this one with you. And then you use those dots to poke through your signatures and create holes here, which in theory should give you corresponding holes in all 3 signatures with the holes in the spine. Yeah, so it's very, very different from sewing in a single signature, the way I do it. Goodness me. And then I sewed the I sewed the back one in first. So I went through the hole in the center of the back signature, and then I went through the hole in the spine. I came back through the spine at the top, and then back into here at the top, and I went down into the hole at the bottom, through here and out, and then back in the middle, as you do when you're doing the single signature. And there is that one sewn in. Okay, so I'm halfway through this one when I noticed, I'll look again, that you weren't filming, you naughty people. So where did I get to? I just pulled one through there. Yeah. Okay, so I've just got that. I've just done the middle and back in the top. So just like when you're doing the single signature, you come back down and through your bottom hole on the inside. This is if you want the strings on the inside. Make sure you're in the middle holes on your spine, because this is your middle signature, and go back out the bottom one. Okay, and pull it nice and taut if you can, and then pull all my thread through. That's it. And then just like with the ordinary right, I'm in the wrong hole, come back in the wrong hole. Yeah, always check. And that was when I spotted that my camera wasn't filming. Oh, I'm pleased I saw that now. Otherwise I'd have had to take it all out. Right, so you are going to see it all again from scratch. So all I've done so far is come through the middle. Oops, come here. Yep, so I've got a thread in there. I've come through the middle signature and out through the middle hole, middle that way and middle that way of, can you see, of the journal. And then I accidentally went through that one. You need to make sure you're in a straight line. I needed to be through that one and then back through the corresponding hole. It's not easy. I've probably pushed that. I was going to say I pushed the hole out of line a bit with moving it over. Right, let's double check. That's better. Now we're in a straight line. Yep, and back in the top. So we'll go back to what we were doing, which is out the bottom one, or through the bottom one and through the bottom one in the middle there. That's where we got to, isn't it, before we realised I was, come on through, that's it, nice and taut. Turn it over, back through this middle one. Now the more signatures you get in, the trickier this becomes, because you don't want to split that wire, and the hole's obviously smaller because it's already got one wire thread coming through it. Doesn't seem to want to come through, just bear with me. It's also getting quite dark now as well. Right, it's going so far through and then it's stopping. Let's just take your time and concentrate. No point in forcing it, because it will only come through where you don't want it to. Yeah, I think the hole's kind of closed up on me a little bit. Come on. Yeah, you're not coming through where you should be. Ah. Right, I think that's it. I do hope I haven't gone through that thread. Don't think I have. Oh, no, that's definitely it because it's pulling everything. Right, which one am I pulling? That one. That's it, and then we want to be back through that hole as well. This is where it gets tricky. Pull it back again a bit. Give yourself a bit of room. Yeah, I appreciate you probably can't see a thing that I'm doing. To be fair, I can't see that much myself. Right, I need a bit more room here. Let's pull a bit of this back and a bit of this back. That's it. So I can pull it further away and see. Can you see what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to get back through that hole now. I think I'm getting through it all but one page. Oh, that was not where I wanted to be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is undo this and see exactly where I'm ending up, because I am going in. Yeah, I'm through that one, I'm through that one. Oh. I've lost it now. Ah, that's it, I'm through. Yes, definitely a little bit more trickier. And, you know, each one you get in is more tricky. So, in theory, oh, I have put that together, look. Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, yes, I have. Stop arguing with yourself, Denise. I don't know, if you can't argue with yourself, who can you argue with? Yeah, it did go through, but I've got it back, I'm pleased to say. Gosh, okay, was that my 3 things that are going to go wrong in this video? I do hope so. Yep, so tie it one way, try and get it nice and tight. Not too tight that you rip the papers, but tight that it's not going to wobble about. Tie it the other, and then the back one I did just do the 2 instead of the 3, because I don't want real bulky knots in the middle like that. Okay, and hopefully that should be nice and central with that one. Gosh, yeah, it needs to lay flat a bit. It's got used to, oops, it's got used to being out and open, but that won't take long. Oh, I thought it was upside down. I've obviously got the whole book. I saw the owl, that's what made me take a deep breath, the upside down owl. But then when I looked over, the daisy also was upside down. Phew. It's worth it, honestly. Don't be, if you haven't done it before, don't be put off. It's like everything, it's always worse on camera. It really is. I mean, you still mess about and struggle and whatever, but you know, I'm trying to let you see, and it makes it a little bit more awkward for me at the same time. So, you know, if it looks like it's I'm making a meal of it, please don't be put off. And you know, if you can do this in your sleep and you're good at it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for making it look like a dog's dinner, but you know, people need to know it doesn't always go smoothly. Perseverance is definitely the clue, the key, I should say. Are we right way up? Yeah, I mean, I still have some howlers now, but I've made some really, really silly mistakes. You know, you're thinking everything's going all right, or you've battled everything and got there and think you've done it, and then like something will be an upside down or a crosswise, or it's not tight enough. You know, 1,000 different things I've done wrong. Don't be put off. The thing about a signature is, the beauty I think of this signature is, it'll just cut out if it's really awful. Just cut through it and start again. You've lost nothing. Absolutely nothing. I wondered what was catching there. I'm thinking, what's pulling? I don't like that. I didn't like to say. There we go. That's better. I have to say, I've had my window open for some fresh air, because I really, you know, I don't get out on Neil's days off. I'm really getting fed up of, you know, central heating. Need it, I know, but it's still open. You can probably hear the birds through it, and it's getting a little bit chilly now. Right, so am I back through both? Yes. All we've got now is the tricky one, which is back through the middle. And it is tricky when it's your last one, trust me. Okay, everything's looking good. All we need to do now is get through there and there in one go, which would be lovely. Let's see if we can. Are you coming through? No, we caught on something. Oh. Go on. Can't be far off. And you know, it didn't seem as bad as the middle one, did it? Perhaps the middle one is more awkward. It's been a while since and yeah, I probably didn't show you that either, but just like with a single signature, you need one string either side of that centre. We're all in the right, yeah. Now, I haven't had a go yet, but I have seen people where they've put like 7 signatures in a massive spine, and I really love the look of the strings on the outside. I really must have a go at that. I'm wondering if I might get. No, I won't. It'd have to be a big spine, wouldn't it? Or did I do that 2 or 3 times? You know, I'm in the habit of doing it 3 times, but okay, you can all sigh relief. She's got it in. Yeah, I know you're quite close to that, but so let's have a look. I know it's getting dark, but let's have a look at this beautiful, you can see I've cut the bird's beak off there where I've trimmed it to match the other papers. So this is what I am going to be journaling in. Now, I did bring some envelopes to put in the centres, and I completely forgot about it, but I don't think I'll be missing them, because I am literally just going to be journaling. I just thought I could put some bits and pieces in them, and I do like to hide my strings. Okay, so that's the first signature. There's lots of pages in it. Beautiful, aren't they? Now, obviously, I've got all the lovely elements that I can stick all over these pages as well. So if it turns out that I don't journal, or I start and start and stop and start again, or I just get fed up, I will just prettify the whole book with all the love that page, all the beautiful elements. Yeah, and then the daisy. Okay, so I had a few hairy moments here and there. More than a few, really. Isn't that gorgeous? Loving it. But you know, I'm really pleased with the outcome now. I really like it. Yeah, so I think I will put some corners on it, but I'm not going to put them on because the edges are not very pretty. The corner's not very pretty. I'm not going to put them on until I finish writing in it, because I think they might get caught up on things, being put in and out my bag and what have you. That is just beautiful. Yeah, if this doesn't cheer me up when I'm feeling down, I don't know what will. Okay guys, please give me a thumbs up. I feel like I've earned one today. I don't like to beg. But yeah, let me know what you think. Did you enjoy watching it? Obviously, I often put lace down the spine. I don't know if I'm going to or not. I can very faintly see that window in there, but remember, ode squirrels going on, so we won't be able to. And it is actually a nicer size, I think, to have on my lap or on my tray in bed to be writing in than this beauty would have been, because yeah, this is heavy. This is heavier than this without the signature in, so this is going to be a heavy journal. And I am looking forward to putting the signature in it. You'll see that soon because I'm going to do it with you. But yeah, please now, eventually. So I'll just go and put 14 pieces of film together. No, I am exaggerating. I think there's 3, but yeah, chat to me in the comments. Pop back and see me tomorrow. I think tomorrow will be, if my scheduling is right, my Tatty Treasure and Friends finishing off. I can't remember what it's called. I'm sorry. My brain scrambled. But yeah, finishing off projects that have been kind of forgotten. I think that's tomorrow, and then I'll probably come on the day after with you, and oh no, the day after will be planner, which is really getting, yeah, really pleased with my planner. And then the day after that, I'll make a signature and fill this. Okay, lovely. Have a nice evening. I'm going to, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.